Hey, top of the morning to ya. What's up, everyone? It's about noon right now. Beautiful sunny day here in Denver, Colorado. I am sore as hell today. Here we are. These are the Tinder bundles. Got some light outside now, so you can see this is the smallest size Tinder bundle. We go up, then to this size here, then up to this size here, and then to this size, and then this size, and then all the way up to this size. So for actual primitive fire making, I'm actually gonna have to process some of these, the insides of these logs down even further to get some good kindling. So yeah, I actually got up at 4:30 this morning to knock out a lot of my work that I had to do today, so that I'd have a little bit of time this afternoon to come out here and continue the grind. So we're gonna get to it, see how much I can get done before the sun goes down. Let's try not to chop off any fingers. I've gone through all my wood, all my bark, all my logs, everything, and I've double turned them so that all the sides that were facing the shadows and the concrete before are now facing the sun, giving it just a little bit of an extra opportunity to dry out here. Okay, so tinder is typically defined as small twigs, leaves, grass, anything small that you'll use to light and start your fire. Next, you'll step up to kindling. Kindling is technically defined as small sticks, small pieces of wood, typically less than 1 inch in diameter, okay? So less than that. So this is kindling, that's our tinder. And then the last phase, or the last type of wood rather, that you want to look for is firewood. This is going to be what's going to fuel your fire and keep your fire alive into the night, okay? And so this is all the different types of firewood that I've got. So doing an inventory here, I've got 2 boxes of bark, 1 box of large bark for my fire shields, 1 box of small bark for tinder and kindling. I then have 2 boxes of tinder here with small twigs, and then 1 box of tinder with wood that I've already processed down. So this is wood I'm going to shave off the sides and use to make little strips of tinder that I'm going to start an excellent fire with. Then, stepping back here, I've got 3 different piles of kindling. So I've got 1 pile of small kindling, medium kindling, and large kindling. And you'll see that theme across all of my wood here as it steps up in size. Next, I've got firewood. 4 different piles of what I've defined as firewood. So I've got small firewood, medium firewood, large firewood, and extra large firewood. I also then created another category of what I defined as logs, because these things are still so massive and will likely need to be broken down further before being thrown onto a fire. So here I've got 1 pile of small logs, 1 pile of medium logs, 1 pile of large logs, and 1 pile of extra large logs. I was gifted this by a neighbor, but what I've done is I've processed this wood down into 3 different piles: large, medium, small, and that's the same wood I used here for this tinder. Oh, goodness gracious, it is muddy. So I started getting a bit paranoid that all the wood that I had cut up from over there was not going to fit on the original wood plank platform that you could see back there that I harvested from the alley. And so what I did here was I extended the platform out a bit, used all this other different types of wood, 2x4s, random plywood, everything. I found a bunch of cement blocks, so I decided to make like a little table back there where I can store either like processed wood or bark or something like that. I found this random like makeshift shelf. I decided I was going to stand it horizontally, and I can use each of those slots to kind of organize the different sizes of tinder or what have you, so it's easily accessible and I can get to the tinder quickly while the logs are in the back there. Just moving real quick, trying to beat this this rain that's coming in. Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight. Oh my God, that log looks like it's gonna fall. Stay on the sidewalk. Come on, baby. Come on. Uh-oh. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work on shaving out the bark innards, the good stuff, the paper-like inner core of the bark. That'll be excellent tinder and great for lighting fires with. So I'm We'll work on harvesting that out a little bit. All right, what's up everyone? It's January 14th. It's about 11 a.m. right now. Oh God, I had a great night of bowling last night, but my body is dead, fucking dead. I decided today I'd try to get up around 6 and come outside because I knew I had to go into the office today around midday, and so I wanted to try to get up early, get out in the morning, get a little bit of work done here outside, and then go into the office all day. Because the wind's been insane since last night. I mean, I came out here this morning and I had to quit. I had to give up because the wind chill was too crazy. Right now it's about 40 degrees, but the real feel is just above 29 degrees because of how crazy and cold the wind is. As I started to process all the larger pieces of wood, I recognized, like, shoot, I got a lot of wood and I'm gonna need a bigger wooden plank so that I can actually organize everything out. So I went into the garage and was able to find a bunch of wood. I decided to go in there and see what kind of treasure I could find. This is the result. So I found a ton of, 2x4s and, random plywood. This is great. It's sort of like remnants of what used to be maybe a shelf or a bookshelf or something that was kind of broken or torn apart. And I just kind of threw it together in a way that I could make little, sort of separation buckets for my different sizes of tinder, so I can easily go in, I can easily replenish. This is a quick just snippet of all the wood that I've been laying out. All my large logs, everything goes down in size as it goes this way, down to firewood. Here I've got good processed firewood, down to smaller firewood. Here I've got my really nice kindling up at the front that I can easily get when I'm looking to build fires. And then here are my different sizes of tinder and kindling here that I can reach into and grab. What's up everyone? It's 9 a.m. It's a good bit warmer than yesterday. Still fucking cold as hell. At least the wind's not beating down on me. Yesterday I had to quit. I had to give up because there was just no way I was getting anything done. It was absolutely bone-chilling frigid with that wind. Today's a little bit better, even though it's cold. I upgraded to the bubble jacket. I got my Russian beanie and upgraded to some gloves. So we're out here. We're just trying to put in a couple hours of work before I got to go into the office. I've got to double down and reinforce this privacy screen here like immensely. It's way too see-through. The whole point of this project is, especially since I spent so much money on survival and outdoor gear that's going to last me a long time, I wanted to make this project specifically as DIY as possible. I wanted to put as little money into this project as possible, and I wanted to handcraft and hand make as much of this as I could. And so far, I haven't put a penny into this project. Everything that I have here is all stuff I've collected from the neighborhood, the alleys, neighbors, garage, old things that I'm not using anymore. I mean, recycled stuff. I mean, all of this is stuff that existed before me. I just figured out a way to put it together, and that's the whole goal. That's really the whole premise behind bushcraft. Figure out how to be creative, to craft tools, to craft items, to craft equipment that end up making your life easier and more enjoyable in your current setting. Like I said the other day when I was breaking those twigs, it really forces you to think about the laws of physics, of gravity, of different forces in nature. It gets you thinking about how all of those play into your ability to do even the simplest tasks. So anyways, that's where we're at. And last little nugget, fingers crossed, we got some good news this morning from sounds like they are going to keep on pace for completing my Naked and Not Afraid handcrafted, custom-made knife that they're making for me. Who knows? Fingers crossed. And there you have it, folks. Catch you on the next one.